Now let's begin the starting lineups, beginning with the visitors for St. Leo. Starting guard, a 5'11" senior from Crestview, Florida, number 3, Rusty Moore. Starting guard, a 6'3" senior from Baltimore, Maryland, number 4, Frank Beck Jr. Starting guard, a 6'2" senior from Glasgow, Kentucky, number 11, Wayne Coomer. Starting forward, a 6'7" sophomore from Glasgow, Kentucky, number 12, Jared Coomer. And starting forward, a 6'6" freshman from Tampa, Florida, number 25, Cynthia Romney. The head coach of the Lions is Lance Riddle. His associate head coach is Ryan Camp, and his assistant is Spencer Henke. Now let's meet the Spartans. They come in with a record of 1-0. Starting guard, a 6'2" senior from Yonkers, New York, number 1, Derek Felder. Starting guard, a 6'5" freshman from Clearwater, Florida, number 2, Matt.
Starting lineups for the Tampa Spartans being introduced right now, and they will start with Martin Lakovic. He is a 6'7" senior from Vrba, Serbia. Number 1 is Derek Felder, a 6'2" senior guard from Yonkers, New York. Number 2, a freshman, Max Jones, 6'5" from Clearwater, Florida, an all-state basketball player last year in high school. Number 5 is Makai Brown, and he is a junior, 6'4" junior from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, by way of Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. And the big man in the middle is number 15, Kadeem Guy, back for his senior season, 7-footer from Dakar, Senegal. Spartans are coached by Richard Schmidt. Assistant coach, associate head coach is
And our grounds for the over site. Also consumption and finishing with alcoholic beverages in the back of
for St. Leo. They will be starting number 3, Rusty Moore. He is a 5'11" senior from Crestview, Florida. Number 6 is Frank Webb Jr., a 6'3" senior from Baltimore, Maryland. Number 11, one of the brothers in the lineup, Wade Coomer, a senior, 6'2" senior from Glasgow, Kentucky. Number 12, his brother, is Jared Coomer, a 6'7" sophomore from Glasgow, Kentucky. And rounding out the starting 5 is Cynthia Romney, a 6'6" freshman from Tampa, Florida, Hillsborough High School. He averaged 17 rebounds a game last year in high school, best in the state of Florida, 7th best nationally. So a couple preps from the Tampa area meeting for the second time. It's a very limited schedule. The schedule was to be just 8 games and no conference tournament, and because they don't play 12 games, not eligible to play for NCAA tournament first. But you know what? Both coaches are just happy to hear that there's a chance to get on the court and play some games. No spectators in today. Bounce pass inside. Coming back the other way, St. Leo quickly down court. Moore outside, shot missed off the board by Coomer. And the Spartans have the ball. Derek Felder in control for the Spartans. The point guard ran the program last year, running it again this year. A zone. No, they stay man-to-man. Lakovic from the outside skips off the back of the rim and rebounded by Webb Jr., Frank Webb Jr. Kicks it out to Romig. Bounce pass, top of the key. That's Jared Coomer. Moore going to drive the lane. Turnaround, fakes, puts it up, off the glass and in. First points of the game, 2-0 St. Leo. Jack Ike with the broadcast. Glad you can join us again for this season, as limited as it may be. Guy, that's Max Jones. Felder goes into Guy. He immediately gets double teamed. Goes inside. Lakovic throws it out of bounds. Turnover. He thought Micah Brown was going to be there, but Brown stayed not quite so deep in the corner. And Moore will bring it up court. Driving the lane, turnaround inside. Guy blocks it. It goes out of bounds. Guy, one of the top shot blockers in the SSC last year. 7-footer. Transferred to Tampa last year for his junior season. A steal. Felder with the steal. Tries to step it off. Lays it up and in. And we're tied 2-2. In the game up at St. Leo, Felder played 39 minutes, just about the whole game, had 19 points. Max Jones led all scorers in the game with 23. Webb drives uncontested and lays it in. 4-2, the Lions. For those who have watched other games with the Spartans in the past, you may say, hey, that floor looks different. Well, it is. It's a brand new floor. It's a little lighter. But I tell you what, it is so much softer than the floor that has been here for years. Players had said it was like playing on blacktop. Harvey missing that one. Brown missing that one, I should say. Bounce pass. Back out. Moore off the rim, no good. Jared Coomer with the rebound. His brother wearing the mask. Webb pivots in the lane, fade away off the rim, rolls around. Lakovic rebounds, gives it to Micah Brown. Lakovic, nice job creating space down the lane, and the Spartans 4-4, 16 and a half minutes to go in the first half. Travel called on Jared Coomer. Spartans have had a new floor installed and new bleachers. You can see a little bit on the other side that the first 5 or 6 rows of the opposite side behind the bench, once fans are allowed in, they will have seat backs. We are broadcasting from up top in the top row, opposite side. Lakovic, 3. 7-4 Spartans. Normally we broadcast courtside. We have for a number of years. We used to have this broadcast position up high atop. But because of COVID, and it's got to be a travel or a charge. And Wade Coomer gets called for travel. You know, it is a charging foul, and Lance Randall wants a quick timeout. 7-4, Spartans lead, 15-50. Actually, this is the under-16 timeout. 7-4, Spartans on top. In the game on Wednesday night, Lakovic only played 14 minutes, got into early foul trouble, scored 5 points, had 4 personal fouls. Felder, as I said, 39 minutes, 19 points. Max Jones, 36 minutes, 23 points, 9 of 19 from the floor, 3 of 9 from 3. Micah Brown with 33 minutes scored 7, and Kadeem Guy 19 minutes, scored 6 points for the Spartans. Off the bench, they got a nice boost from DeAndre Harvey, a freshman who will probably be getting into the game pretty soon. He played 19 minutes, had 13 points. Brent Duncan, a starter for most of last year, came off the bench, played a lot, 28 minutes, and had 6 points for the Spartans in that game. On the other side for St. Leo, Rusty Moorer had 12 in that game. Frank Webb had 11. Wade Coomer, 14. Jared Coomer had 18. And Remming had 7. A game that the Spartans took the lead early and never relinquished, though it kept fluctuating. At times they were up by double digits, then it would get cut down to under 5. It ended up being a 79-75 win for the Spartans. Tampa did have an 11-point halftime lead in that game. Lakovic will inbound, full court pressure coming up. That's Micah Brown. Jones pivots. Nice pass to Guy. Couldn't hold it, though. They might have to get used to Max Jones on passes like that. Guy doesn't seem to be ready for it. But it was a no-look pass. And he's only a freshman, Jones is, and the players are going to have to get used to what his skill set is. He was a first-team All-State player in the state of Florida last year. Played for the Clearwater Tornadoes. There's a pass, goes out of bounds. Wade Coomer tried to find Remming. Remming coming in a little too quickly. Again, full court pressure. Spartans coached by Richard Schmidt. St. Leo coached by Lance Randall. Lance in his second go-around at St. Leo. There's a travel on the drive. Gintara Bartaskis coming into the game for St. Leo. He is a 6'4 senior from Lithuania. 2 points in the last game up at St. Leo against the Spartans. Lance Randall says he's a very young team, freshmen and sophomores, and they've got a lot to learn. He lost a couple big-time scorers from last year's ball club. Shot clock down to 5. Fadeaway jumper, front of the rim. Guy had it knocked out of his hand. Jumper from Webb off the front of the rim, tipped. Moorer missing. 3 offensive rebounds, and finally up and in, and a foul called. Ramig showing why he pulled down 17 boards in high school last year. 3 consecutive offensive rebounds and finally a putback. Another substitution for St. Leo, Grant Diskin into the lineup, a 6-foot freshman from Park Hills, Kentucky. So the bucket and the basket on the free throw has tied this game up at 7. Brown from deep, no good. Rebound. On the run is St. Leo. Diskin. Bartaskis, he's got an open 3. It's on the way. It's going to be wide. Lakovic, or I should say, Brown tracks it down. Brown, a junior college transfer from Mississippi Gulf Coast. Number of new players on the Spartan team this year. Brent Duncan getting ready to check in for Tampa. top of the key. Jared Coomer goes inside. Nowhere to go. Slapped away. Goes heading out of bounds, but back out to Coomer. He misses everything, but rebound up and in and a foul. And Raming picking up another offensive rebound, and he puts it back and a chance for another three-point play. Raming already with 4 rebounds on the day. Hits that one, and he converts a couple of old-fashioned three-point plays, buckets and free throws, and it's 10-7. St. Leo on top, 13 minutes to go first half. Lakovic might have been inside the arc, doesn't matter, he missed a shot. Diskin the other way. Finds Webb. Spartans man-to-man. Steal by Jones. He's got a little room to operate. Goes down and dunks. Max Jones, his first points of the day, and it's 10-9. That's the second steal by Tampa today off a wing pass. To the corner. Diskin pops, no good. Rebound, taken away by Lakovic for the Spartans. And they might have a call on Brent Duncan. Diskin knocked to the floor. Brent's kind of looking like that was just a strong breeze that knocked him over. 11:59, that gets us to the under 12 timeout, so we'll take a break. Spartans trailing St. Leo 10-9 right here on TampaSpartans.tv. St. Leo to bring the ball up. Under 12 minutes to go first half. Jack Ike with the broadcast. 10-9. St. Leo leading the Tampa Spartans here on the Spartans' home floor. Their first game on their newly renovated gym and floor. Got a 3-second call. Coomer called for the 3 seconds. Into the lineup is Luke Hassel for St. Leo, a 6'10 freshman, redshirt freshman from Oshkosh West, Wisconsin. There's a pass taken away. Coomer. That's Jared Coomer, lays it up and in. Wonder why a kid from Oshkosh, Wisconsin ends up at St. Leo? Well, Lance Randall coached at Oshkosh West before getting into the college ranks. So he tapped into some of his former talent. Off the rim, no good. Lance has kept up his ties to the state of Wisconsin and brings in some recruits every so often from the state. Diskin trying to go inside. Does. Jared Coomer, a nice job posting up. Knocks it home, and it's 14-9. This is a 7-0 St. Leo run. Jones in the lane, finds Duncan, almost stolen. Lakovic drives, and that may be a charge. It is. One of the things Lakovic has to watch out for, and it got him in the first game up at St. Leo, is picking up some early fouls. Now, he did not get his first till 10 minutes into this game, so that's a good sign. But he had 4 fouls, picked up 2 quickly up at St. Leo, and only played 19 minutes. Jared Coomer drives, no good. Duncan clears for the Spartans. Knocked away. They save it? They do. Bartaskis drives and scores. It's now 16-9. Little different complexion to this game. The Spartans led the first game from pretty much wire to wire. It did get cut down once in a while, but for the most part, it was a 5 to 10 point lead. There's a foul on a jump shot by Jones. Jones, the lefty out of Clearwater. A couple substitutions coming up for Tampa at the whistle. Will be Jacob Harris coming in. And it looks like DeAndre Harvey as well. Harvey replacing Micah Brown. Harris replacing Martin Lakovic. Harvey is a freshman from Daytona Beach. Went to Potter's House Academy. Jacob Harris is a sophomore from Ackworth, Georgia. Went to North Paulding High School. Started 8 games for the Spartans last year. Good shooter. Diskin backs away. Fadeaway jumper, and he rattles it home. Nice drive by Chase Villers just into the lineup. Villers, a sophomore from Ashland, Kentucky. Harvey has his shot blocked by Villers. This is now an 11-0 St. Leo run. Bounces around and in. Actually, the Spartans did have a free throw in there, but haven't scored a basket in a while. No field goals for the Spartans in more than 4 minutes. Harvey from the corner, no good. Duncan, nice job tipping it out to Felder. Kicks it back out to Harvey. Passes on it. Drives in. Jumper good. Passed up the 3 that he had just missed a few seconds earlier for a little easier shot, and he knocked it down. It's 20-12. Kicking it out. Bartaskis in the lane. A little rough floater, and he lays it in. 22-12. Quickly down to Max Jones. Drives the lane, cuts away, and scores. He's a lefty, and he cut through a couple players and put it up on the left side, and he has 4. Pass outside. Diskin from deep. No good. And Jones takes the rebound. Harris looking at a 3. Fakes it. Goes inside. Oh, tipped. Tipped off a St. Leo player who deflected it off of Brent Duncan, and it went out of bounds. And we are at the under 8 timeout. 22-14, St. Leo leads Tampa 7:23 to go in the first half.
Whoever said that less is more or less mathematically challenged. Less isn't more, it's less. And the only thing more than more is a lot more, which is exactly what I get at Embassy Suites. More space. More downtime. More family time. More me time. More me time. More me time. Because the more I have, the more I have to have more.
More room, complimentary drinks, free breakfast. Embassy Suites Hotels.
I know. Kind of old school. Max Jones, Derek Felder, DeAndre Harvey, and two new players coming into the lineup. Number 20 is Zach Simpson. And number 4 is Caleb Carnes. Carnes is a junior, 6-foot junior from Clearwater Beach, went to Berkeley Prep here in the Tampa area. And Zach Simpson is a sophomore from Providence, Rhode Island, went to Community College of Rhode Island last year, is also from LaSalle Academy. Simpson is a 6'3" sophomore. There's a foot fault by Wade Coomer. Ball goes out of bounds. Harvey bringing it up. Guarded by Villers. Jones cuts down the lane. Nice job with the right hand. Little spin on it. And Jones knocks down another one, and he's got 7 on the night. Big drive at the other end. And St. Leo comes back as Frank Webb Jr. scores. 24-16, maintaining that 8-point lead. Felder kicks it out, stolen. That's Webb Jr. trying to drive the lane. Does put it up and in with the left hand. And it's a 10-point lead. Felder drives, has it taken away. No call. Come back quickly to the other end. Driving, put it up and in. A foul called. I think the foul is going to be on Simpson on the drive. That was Raming scoring on the drive, the freshman from Hillsboro. And it's now 28-16, biggest lead of the game, and he will go to the free throw line. He has already converted 2 offensive rebounds for buckets and then hit the free throws after them. He now hits a layup and goes to the free throw line. So he has a chance to have 9 points on old-fashioned three-point plays. And he does. 3 buckets, 3 free throws. 29-16. Max Jones brings it up court to the corner. Micah Brown looking to shoot, passes it out. And a travel called on Martin Lakovic. Spartans looked a little disorganized on that play. Now have to kind of stem the tide here and not let the lead get too big. Drive in the lane, another basket. Raming taken over here, now with 11 points. That's his first basket where he didn't have a free throw attached. 15-point lead. Jones from deep, hits it and is fouled. He hit the 3 and he'll go to the line. watched the game. I watched the game on Wednesday up at St. Leo, and Max Jones, a confident shooter, had a nice outside shot and proves it right there. And knocks down the free throw. Jones has 10. In the lane, up and in. That's Rahming again, has 13 points now. Elbow jumper, good from Jones. He has 13. So the two freshmen, local players, showing the talent that stays in the Sunshine State Conference. Villers fade away in the lane, knocks it down. Boy, they're putting on a clinic from both ends right now. 35-22, 4.5 to go, first half. Jumper by Brown, off the rim, no good. Both teams shooting over 50%. The reason for the score disparity, though, is shots. St. Leo has taken 29, the Spartans only 19. St. Leo is 16 of 29, the Spartans are 9 of 19. Spartans just falling under 50% there, whereas St. Leo is shooting 55%. Spartans have committed 11 turnovers already, St. Leo 11. And the points off turnovers is pretty much the difference in this game. Harvey can't get that to fall to the other end. St. Leo shooting lights out right now, leading the Spartans 35-22. Brent Duncan, top of the key for Tampa. They're going to let him shoot if he wants it, and he probably won't consider taking it. Brown, in and out. Lakovic tried to go get it, does, but St. Leo takes it. Lakovic batting in the lineup for Tampa. From deep, Coomer missing it. Tipped away, Duncan finds Max Jones. This should be easy, and it is. 15 for the freshman. He is now 6 of 7 from the field. Top of the key, down to the corner, Bartaskis, in and out. Duncan with the rebound, almost taken from behind. Micah Brown to the other end. Top of the key, Lakovic. Going to drive, goes up, lays it in. Nice job, Martin Lakovic on the drive. He has 7. And a quick timeout by Lance Randall and the St. Leo Lions. Spartans get it down to 9, got it down now to single digits with 2:38 to go before halftime. Got to feel sorry for the Tampa women's basketball team. They were supposed to play St. Leo here on Wednesday when the men's team was up at St. Leo. That one was canceled because of COVID problems at St. Leo. And then they were supposed to play Barry at Barry today, while the men were supposed to play Barry here. Both those games against Barry were canceled. The Spartans were able to schedule the game against St. Leo's men's, but the women's team were not able to find a team to play. So the first 2 games of an abbreviated 8-game season for the women have been canceled. Now, can they find some games to make up? Possibly. But they're already playing twice a week to get in the final 6 games of the season. So will they find teams that can play? Pass goes out of bounds. NCAA says for D2 you must play or have scheduled a 12-game season. The SSC had an 8-game season scheduled. But by the time they got around to playing the season, getting all the clearances, there was only time to get 8 games in. So they did what they could. Brown outside. Looking, goes into Duncan. Duncan back out to Felder. Shot clock to 5. Felder off the rim, no good. Tipped up and down. Quickly out to Frank Webb Jr. He drives and has it knocked away by Micah Brown. Under 2 minutes to go. Villers tosses it into Webb. Tries to drive on Brown, gets around him. Ball kicked out of his hands, but goes out of bounds. And they call a foul on Brent Duncan. That's 2 on Brent. Free throw is good. 36-26. St. Leo on top. Here at the Bob Martinez Center on the campus of the University of Tampa. Second one missed. And it goes out of bounds, and they are giving it to, they're thinking about it, and it's going to be Tampa's ball. Scramble between Webb and Derek Felder. Felder to the corner. Jones flying a 3, no good. Tipped out by Lakovic into the hands of Micah Brown. Minute and a half to go until halftime. Timeout called. Doesn't appear to be a foul. I think just stopping play. Not sure why they stopped. The clock was all right. Anyway, Brown with the ball for Tampa. 13 on the shot clock. To Duncan with 10. Brown, 3 on the way. Good. Nice stroke. Jones with 18 points now at halftime. He had 23, which was the most in a season opener in a number of years, and he's almost there now. Under a minute. Diskin trying to drive. Gives it to Duncan. Spartans come back the other way. Quickly to Max Jones. Tries to spin in the lane. And the Spartans save it. Felder is going to try to drive. Puts it up. Foul called. And he may be going to the line. I think he was in the act. Nope. It will be a... No, it is a shooting foul. Okay. He will go to the line. It was only the 4th foul on St. Leo this half. Felder to the line. Hits that one. 36-30. Bartaskis back into the lineup, and Moore also back into the lineup for the final 40 seconds for St. Leo. Felder knocks them both down. Down to a 5-point lead. 36-31. Tampa has sliced it. .30 seconds to go. Driving the lane. A little Euro step up and in. Jared Coomer, I should say. Just his 4th point of the day. Spartans do not have to shoot before the shot clock. No shot clock. Down to 10. Felder looking to run some offense. Gets a pick from Duncan. Down to 5. Lofted into Duncan. Has it taken away. Quickly up court. Stolen by Lakovic. And that is the way the half will end. So at the half, a 38-31 lead for St. Leo. Spartans have been led by Max Jones with 18 points on 7 of 9 shooting. He played all 20 minutes of the half. Martin Lakovic also with 7 points, the second highest scorer for the Spartans. On the other end, is Raming with 13, the freshman from Hillsborough High School, and he is 5 of 7 from the floor. Picked up 7 rebounds in the game as well, so he's almost got his way to a double-double. Anyway, it's 38-31 at the half. We're going to step out and come back for the second half. We'll take about a 10-minute break, and we will be right back. This is Tampa Spartans basketball on tampaspartans.tv. Welcome back to Courtside. Tampa Spartans, St. Leo Lions. We are at halftime. Jack Ike with the broadcast. 38-31. St. Leo leading Tampa at halftime today. Again, I mentioned that these two teams played on Wednesday night up at St. Leo, with the Spartans posting a 79-75 win. That was the first game of this COVID season. Spartans led by 11 at halftime of that one and held on for the 4-point victory. This time around, teams have seen each other 3 days ago, and St. Leo has the lead. Leading scorer for both teams is Max Jones, a freshman from Clearwater, Florida. For the Spartans, he has 18 points, 7 of 9 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. The only Spartan to have played all 20 minutes in the game. Martin Lakovic with 7, Derek Felder with 4, and DeAndre Harvey with 2 are the only Spartans who have scored. 4 players have accounted for all 31 points, with Jones accounting for about 55, almost 60% of the points. On the other end, Rusty Moorer has 2, Frank Webb Jr. with 9, Jared Coomer with 4, Bartaskis with 6, Raming, a freshman from Hillsborough High School, leading the way with 13 points and 7 rebounds. He averaged 17 rebounds a game last year in high school at Hillsborough, and that led the state of Florida. Villers has 4 points, and he is the only other player to score for St. Leo. Foul trouble, nobody of any major foul trouble at this point. Brent Duncan with 2 for the Spartans, a couple players with 1. On the other side, Villers has 2 fouls, and a couple players have 1, but no major concern. Spartans will inbound the ball. They do. Derek Felder with the ball. We're underway for the final 20 minutes. Spartans with the original starters. And same can be said for St. Leo. Guy inside, fouled on his way up, and he'll go to the line. Kadeem Guy for the Spartans. Foul was on Raming, his first. Free throw, no good. Spartans men back in action, health permitting, at Palm Beach Atlantic on Wednesday. The women will be here to play PBA. Guy misses them both, and St. Leo has the ball. Top of the key. Bartaskis, no good. Brown to the corner. Lakovic looking inside. Jones launching at 3. No good. Still 38-31. 1 minute gone. Second half. Driving the lane, kicked out. Bartaskis for 3, knocks it down. I should say Bartaskis started this half in place of Wade Coomer. And he hits that one. And that is his 9th point of the day. Coming off the bench. Brown, 3, no good. Brown now 0 of 5 from the field today. Bartaskis, another one on the way, knocks it down. Back-to-back threes by Bartaskis. He has 12, and the lead is all of a sudden 13 points. From a 38-31 halftime lead to a 44-31 lead, 2 minutes and 2 seconds into the second half. Tampa takes a timeout, and they were going to have to regroup here. This is the biggest lead of the game. Referees huddling out near the free throw line. Spartans going to have to regroup. You can kind of see in the background the new seating here at the arena here. Even with nobody sitting here, it's kind of impressive looking. You see the UT logo blended into the stands. Seat backs on the first 6 rows of that side of the arena. Brand new floor. As soon as you walk on it, you can feel it's got a little spring to it. The old floor, a lot of the players likened it to playing on a tennis court or blacktop. Shortly after last season ended, they began working on the transformation here. Micah Brown with the ball for Tampa. Spartans yet to score this half. Inside to Guy's. Got to watch out. The double team coming. Kicks it out to the corner. And gives it to Lakovic, who lays it in. Moorer with the ball. Gives it to Webb. Lakovic with that basket now has 9 points for Tampa. Bartaskis backs out, loses the ball, and a foul on Felder. His first. Nice pass inside and laying it in is Bartaskis. Or not Bartaskis, take that back, that's Raming. His first basket. He has 15. 2 rebounds away from a double-double. Lakovic for 3. Airballed it. Stolen, though, by Brown, and he lays it in. Moorer didn't see him coming from behind, and he's picked his pocket right under the basket, laid it in. It's an 11-point lead for St. Leo. Lakovic hit in the face, and they do call the charging foul on Jared Coomer. They were literally nose to nose, and Lakovic is down, holding his face. Martin walking back on the court, shaking it off as best he can. He will inbound the ball. Jones to Felder. Felder drives, kicks it out to Brown. Pump fake inside the arc, won't go. Rebound, Lakovic, foul called. That's Jared Coomer called with a foul, and Luke Hassel comes in. Also, as Jones having his pocket pick. We come back the other way. Stolen this time. Quickly up court. They find Felder. He doesn't have numbers. He backs off. He had a 1-on-4, and he wisely held it up. There are some players who would think that's to their advantage, but Felder said no. Felder, free throw line jumper off the back of the rim. Guy tries to tap it. does, but into the hands of Raming. Nine rebounds now for Raming. Bartaskis from deep, no good. They try to go over the back of Lakovic. Tips it out of bounds. It'll be Tampa's ball after this timeout. 15-13 to go in the second half. 46-35, St. Leo on top of Tampa.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
15-13 to go. Second half, Tampa down by 11 in the home opener. Unusual scheduling, playing St. Leo back-to-back games. Opened up against St. Leo on Wednesday, beat them 79-75. They were supposed to play Barry today, but Barry had COVID concerns, had to cancel it, and Tampa scrambled and found St. Leo's game had been canceled as well, so they said, let's meet in Tampa. Unfortunately for the women, their game against St. Leo was postponed or canceled on Wednesday, and their game against Barry was also canceled, and no replacement game could be found. So the first two games of an 8-game schedule for the women canceled. The coaches on both sides today said, you know what, we're just glad to get on the court, scrimmage somebody other than ourselves. Anything is good. Out of bounds, it'll be St. Leo's ball. Webb to inbound. Moore inside. Hassel couldn't stop it. Back to Jones. Nice threading of the needle to Felder for the basket. Perfect bounce pass by Max Jones to Derek Felder. Felder now with 6. Lead is down to 9. At halftime, it was 7. Hassel, surprised that he found himself so open, then pivoted and knocked it home. The freshman from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Jones, pull-up jumper, knocks it down. That's his 20th. Smooth as silk out there. Webb drives, tried to dump it off for Hassel. Into the arms of Jones. Quickly down court, finds Lakovic. He comes back out, dishes to Jones, who misses the 3. Whoa. Collision down under the basket, and Webb gets it back and puts it in. No fans in the stands. It's not totally weird, but it is unusual. Not see anybody out here. There's a lot of talking. but it's all coming from the benches, coaching, players. Talked to associate head coach Justin Pekka before the game, and he said, our bench up at St. Leo was the most animated we've ever seen them. But he said, we realized we had to create our own excitement. And he said, so that's something we've talked about. Spartans with a couple talented players out more than likely for the whole season with injuries. One is Bryant Brown, a freshman from Waukegan, Illinois. Micah Brown missing that shot. Bryant Brown from Waukegan, Illinois, leading scorer in the high school's history. Had torn his ACL in one of his knees last year and tore the ACL in the opposite knee this year. So two very bad, no pun intended, two very bad breaks for him to start his career. The other player is Jonathan Bryant, who started 5 games for the Spartans last year, 7 games, I should say, last year, and was averaging more than 15 points a game, and he has hurt his ankle. We're down to 11:52 to go, and we will take the under 12 break. Tampa trails 50-39 on the 11:52 to go in the second half from the Bob Martinez Center on the campus of the University of Tampa. St. Leo leading the Tampa Spartans 50-39. Tampa will have the ball out. It was a 7-point halftime lead for the Lions. They got it up to 14. It's now 11. And actually St. Leo to inbound. Villers outside the arc, steps inside and hits the jumper. Villers coming off the bench has 6. Lead 13. Lob pass, Lakovic inside, has it knocked away and taken away by Villers. Lobs it up front to Hassel. He dishes back out to Wade Coomer. Villers driving the lane, puts it up, has it blocked by 3 different Spartan players, and we come back the other way. Jones, DeAndre Harvey into the lineup, free throw line, jumper good. The freshman knocks it down. Harvey is 4th bucket of the game. Harvey had 13 up at St. Leo. Drive and a basket at the other end. It was Hassel hitting that one. Guy back in the lineup for Tampa. Felder has it go out of bounds. Eric Lan into the lineup for St. Leo. He's a 6'11 sophomore from St. Louis, went to Lindbergh High School. They have two kids, 6'10", and they're both on the floor at the same time. Felder can't hit. Lakovic fights for it and can't get it to a Spartan. Villers the other end. Dishes off to Webb, launches a three, hits it. Biggest lead of the game, 57-41. Webb knocking down his 14th point of the night. 3 Lions in double figures. Romig 15, Webb 14, Bartaskis 12. Harvey fouled on a three-pointer. And that frustrates Lance Randall, the coach of the Lions. One of his 6'10 players fouling a three-point shooting guard. Harvey's free throw rolls out. He gets 3. Harvey, a freshman from Daytona Beach. It's 2 of 3. Webb up top. Wade Coomer loses the ball, gets it back, goes inside, misses the shot, tipped away. Harvey has it. He loses it, but tracks it down. Felder. Into Guy. Guy, little baby hook, knocked back and taken away. Villers, free throw line jumper off the back of the rim, no good. Foul called, I think, on Guy for reaching over. If so, that would be foul number 3 on Guy. No, the foul was called on Lakovic, his second. He's done a good job today of staying out of foul trouble. Brent Duncan coming in for Tampa. Coming in for Guy. Nice drive off the inbounds play. And Romig lays it in. His 17th point of the game. He had 7 on Wednesday night. Felder from deep. Airballed it. Wade Coomer up top, looking to pass. Bumps into Max Jones, and Jones gets called for the foul. And at 7:56, we will have the under 8 media timeout. 59-43, Tampa trails St. Leo.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
inning coming up, I believe. Don't see that too often. But I think Villers called for that one. Spartans to bring it up court, trailing by 16, 8 minutes to go. Actually 7.5. Harvey knocked out of bounds. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Brown, Jones, 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good. Jones at 18 at half, has only 2 so far this half. He's been covered much closer. That pass inside, foul's going to be called on Lakovic. That'll be his 3rd. St. Leo still hitting. Pretty good clip, 50%, 26 of 52 from the floor. Tampa at 40%, 17 of 43. Three-pointers have been the killer for Tampa. They are just 3 of 17. Harvey drives, or I should say Brown drives and got fouled. So Micah Brown will go to the free throw line. Knocks that one down. Lead down to 14. St. Leo just running some offense right now. There's Webb trying to get around Duncan, top of the key. Stutter step, comes back. 10 on the shot clock. Pass inside, Rahming. Off the rim, no good. Duncan just gets that rebound and comes back. Brown launching a long 3, knocks this one down. Wade Coomer trying to back down Max Jones, taken away by Brent Duncan. Brown tied up at the right near the three-point line. He lost the ball on the dribble. And he was tied up with Wade Coomer. And with the alternate possession, it will go to St. Leo. St. Leo with a couple substitutions. Moorer back into the lineup, as well as Villers. And a travel called on Bartaskis. Lead 11. Harvey trying to drive the lane. Does. Puts up a shot off the rim. No good. Tipped around, and Harvey got it himself. Micah Brown looking to drive off the glass. No good. Lakovic tried to rebound. Take it away. They say he was stepped on the line. Richard Schmidt questioning the call. Bounce pass. Moore outside. Bartaskis in the arc. Stolen by Duncan. Tipped away. Back into the hands of Rahming. Misses the shot. Harvey with the board. He drives. Gets fouled. Harvey will go to the line. Foul is being called on Grant Diskin. And Lance Randall wants a timeout. 4:27 to go in the game. Still an 11-point lead for St. Leo. Max Jones still the top scorer on the day with 20. Rahming behind him with 17. This was 59-48. St. Leo leads. 4:27 left in the game here on the Tampa Spartans home court. Second game of the year for both these teams. They're playing each other for the second time. Tampa, hopefully, will be on the road Wednesday at Palm Beach Atlantic. The women, hopefully, will be on this floor playing PBA. Wednesday night, 6 o'clock. DeAndre Harvey to the line. Freshman from Daytona Beach toes the line. Can't get the free throw to drop. Stays at 6 points. Webb spins in the lane. Knocked away by Lakovic. Moore to inbound. Knocked off Max Jones to get him a new 5-second count to inbound. Lobbing it inside, or in this time. They found Webb. He's trying to drive on Harvey. Gets it to Rahming, and he knocks it home. 19 for Rahming. Jones fade away off the front of the rim. Foul up top. Called on Jones. Jones, the only player on the floor on either team who has played every minute. Quite a testament to the freshman. Moore has his shot blocked by Lakovic. Saved, but stepped on the line. Harvey looks to drive the lane again, turns around in the lane, hits it. That's his 8th point of the night. Lead still 11, clock still ticking down to 3:10 now. A steal. Quickly up court, they find Lakovic, up and dunk. Lakovic with his 11th, and the lead down to 9 with just under 3 minutes. Spartans bench trying to implore them to keep it up, make a couple more stops and hit a couple more buckets. Drive in the lane, knocked away, back out. Diskin looked, he kicks it out. 5 on the shot clock. Moore drives off the glass and in. Clutch shot with the shot clock winding down. Moore just his 4th point of the night. He had 12 in the season opener. Jones drives the lane, has the shot blocked, a foul called on the drive. Foul is on Webb, number 2. Getting ready to come in for the Spartans is Tate Muhlenberg, a junior college transfer. He's from Iowa Falls, Iowa, Ellsworth Community College. His first foray into the game today. Averaged 7 points, 6 rebounds last year at the JUCO. Muhlenberg, a 6'7" junior. And Jones hits. Jones now with 22. Lead is 9, 2 minutes to go in the game. Top of the key. Moore steps in. Shot on the way. Blocked. Oh, boy. And Muhlenberg came down hard. Thought maybe hit his elbow when he hit the ground. Gets up, though. I tell you, if this was last year and you hit the ground, you might be hurting. With this new floor, it might give a little bit. Not that it would feel that great, but at least it would give a little bit. So that's the 5th foul on Jared Coomer. He's done. Muhlenberg will shoot 1-1 for Tampa. The lead is 9 for St. Leo. Big free throws. The lefty in and out. Rebound, Lakovic tries to get it out. Fighting for it. Taken away by St. Leo. Veteran move there by Moore. He had a wide open 3. He said, we don't need points. We need time taken off the clock. Minute 10 to go in the game. Still a 9-point lead. Running clock. 5 on the shot clock now. Moore looks. They're going to have to shoot. 1 on the shot clock. On the way in. Rattles it home is Frank Webb Jr. If the Spartans thought they were going to come back, that may have been the dagger there as Webb hits for his 17th point of the night. Jones looking to drive, and he has it taken away. But they stepped on the baseline trying to save the ball, and Tampa will get it back. 54, I should say. 66-54, 43 seconds to go. Zach Simpson back into the lineup for Tampa. The sophomore from Rhode Island. Jones to inbound. Gives it to Lakovic. Drives the baseline. Kicks it out to Simpson. And a charging foul on Lakovic. He dished off and then was in the air when he dished and came down on a St. Leo player. And that's foul number 4 on Martin. 39 seconds to go. Inbounding to Diskin. Guarded by Harvey in the backcourt. Little backcourt pressure and fouled by Harvey. Just foul number 1 on Harvey. But it will put Diskin to the line. Diskin today has no points. Missed 2 field goals and a 3, but hits his first free throw. Rattles that one out. Tipped out. It'll be Tampa's ball. 13-point lead, St. Leo. 67-54. At the end of the game, we'll recap the scoring and get you ready for our game, women's game, coming up next Wednesday. Under 30 to go. Jones dishes off to Simpson. Inside the arc. Won't go. 4 St. Leo players converge, and Webb gets the rebound. Under 20 now. Harvey trying to make the steal. No quit in his game. 14 and a half seconds to go. The only question now is what will the final score be? Villers crossed the timeline, and they're just going to play it out with 10. St. Leo with a hard-fought victory to avenge the loss on Wednesday night. 67-54, St. Leo with the win. Both teams now 1-1 on the year. Scoring, Lakovic, 11 points for the Spartans. Jones, 22. Brown, Micah Brown had 7. DeAndre Harvey had 8. Felder had 6, and those were the only Spartans to score. 5 Spartans scoring in this game. Tampa shot just 40%, 20 of 50 from the floor. Other side of the court, Rusty Moore with 4. Frank Webb Jr. with 17 on 7 of 12 shooting. Also had 10 rebounds. 2 players for St. Leo with double-doubles today. Villers had 6. Roming had 19 to go with 13 rebounds. He averaged 17 rebounds a game in high school. Diskin with a point. Coomer, that is Jared Coomer with 4. Bartaskis with 12. Hassel with 2. Lamb with 2. And brother Wade Coomer did not score during the game today. They shot 48%, 29 of 60 from the floor. Neither team very well from the three-point arc. 4 of 14 for St. Leo, 4 of 18 for Tampa. Free throws, 5 of 7 for St. Leo, 10 of 16 for Tampa. Turnovers, both teams going to want to reduce that. 19 for St. Leo, 18 for Tampa. Rebounds, total rebounds, 28 for Tampa, 39 for St. Leo. So the final score, once again, 67-54. St. Leo picking up the win to even its record at 1-1. Tampa falling to St. Leo, and its record now 1-1. Next up for the Spartans, Wednesday night on the road at Palm Beach Atlantic. We'll be back on Wednesday night when the women will host Palm Beach Atlantic. So this is Jack Ike saying thanks for joining us, and see you on Wednesday, 6 o'clock, when the women play Palm Beach Atlantic. You've been watching on Tampa